Welcome to ELLAMAS Day 16, and I hope you like my new very non-synthetic hair. It's super natural. A lot of hair care products made it this super bouncy texture. I mean, you can see it. No, just kidding. Okay. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this already, and I think you also see it in the thumbnail a bit, so I just wanted to make a dramatic intro. But this was my hair. So I just want to address this very quick because I think a lot of people, they just seem to think that having blonde hair is always super fun. So this was the status of my hair before I went to the hairdresser last week. And as you can see, I have like 100 different lengths. It's super dry. It is so disgusting. And if you have been watching my videos in the past weeks, and I would even say like 2 months or so, with a very open eye, you might have seen that I barely wore my hair open. I always had it like up in a bun or up in a claw or something, because it was just this super broken status. So, first of all, the times of blonde, of me being blonde or white hair, they will be over somewhat next year. My hair needs to recover before I go back to black. I just want to announce it. I will go back to black, and I just can't wait to be finally black haired again. I had black hair, I think the last time in 2015 or so. I showed you photos already, but I also showed them on my Instagram. I just loved having black hair, but then I wanted to have super white hair, but it's just such a bitch to maintain because, first of all, if you want to have white hair, let me just tell you, it is not that easy. White hair technically means no pigments, but do you know what no pigments is? It's having no pigments, and this is nearly impossible to get with bleach. You can bleach your hair. There are still pigments in there. This is why your hair tends to then look yellow or more orange. Depends on what kind of pigments you have as a base in your hair. And if you want to gain a super white look, a like platinum but more than platinum look, you need to tone it down with toner. And these toners work with a lot of color theory, a lot of oxidants, and at the end, to maintain white hair, you have to re-bleach, retone your hair at least every 6 weeks, which is why my hair completely broke off. So we had different length. You saw it in the back, you saw it here and there. They were just so different. I mean, even in some videos when I edited them, I was like, oh my God, what is my hair looking like? Because I was able to see how this side of my hair just stood like that because it was so dry that it didn't even fall down. It like stood straight there and without any hairspray or so, it stood like this. So I went to the hairdresser last week and I told her my plans, what we're going to do, what I want to have, and she was like, no, I will not color your hair. We need to regrow your hair because like half of your hair is okay, but the other half, like from the mids to the ends of your hair, are completely dead. So what we did, she cut off my hair. So can I insert a sound of like a drum roll? I don't know, but ta-da! Here it is. My hair is gone. It is completely short now, and my hair never felt so healthy in a very, very long time. Usually when I went through my hair with my fingers, there were like hair stuck, and now I can pull here and I have one little hair that came off. I have nearly no hair here on my shirt. I think in some videos you even saw that my shoulders were full of little broken pieces of hair. It was just so horrible. And now we are in my short hair era, and the plan basically now is that end of February I have another appointment. I will cut down again, probably to this length, and then we go on dark. The goal is to have black hair, like Venta black hair. I know Venta black is not possible in the color, but like super, super deep, dark black hair. And before that, I know some people are very much against me going black. I got some very, very concerned messages on Instagram being like, I should seek for help if I want to make such drastic changes to my hair. Calm your tits, because it's just hair. You know, I can color my hair in any way I want, and if I decide to go green, I will go green. If I decide to go red, I will go red. Personally, for me, I think the best hair color that suited me the best was always black. So I really want to ask you, calm down, it is just fucking hair. And even at the hairdresser, she was like, is it okay? We need to cut that off. And I took off my glasses and I said, you know what? Do whatever the fuck you want, because the hair is done, the hair is dead. I'm fully aware of that. I fried it off. It was my fault. And now I have to face the consequences. And the consequences are to come back to healthy hair to just get rid of the dead ones. So here it is. In some videos, you will still see the dead hair. And I know that now that I told you everything, you might not be able to unsee some of the things that I just said. So please be patient with that, because there are still some uploaded videos that do have the longer hair, the dead hair, and the other videos that I basically just film now very fresh, they will have my short hair version. And before we now head into the new releases, lip of today is actually MAC Flash Pot. I know, shocking. And I paired it with MAC Root for Me. I told you last week already, we are entering the spring releases, and here's the 2025 limited edition spring Sakura collection from Guerlain. As per usual, you have a eyeshadow palette that could not be more boring than this. Then we have a the cherry blossom fragrance, and then we have a new case for the limited edition. Oh my god, a limited case for the lipstick. And is the lipstick inside new too? I don't think so. I think it's just the case. I mean, the case looks really pretty, and honestly, I understand that people fall for the case. I am not better than any of you, because this is the limited edition case from this year's holiday collection, and I absolutely adore this case. It is just so freaking pretty. I would love to put this on a rotating platform with lights just next to my dig stick from Izamaya, because I just love the design. And Guerlain is really, really good in catching you with the design of products. But just about the eyeshadow palette, you really do not need that. You really have these. We are talking about 3 shades of poop colored brown and then 1 kind of pinky brown. Is this really necessary to spend 80 bucks on? No. And honestly, the Guerlain eyeshadow formula is mediocre at its best. I do have the Guerlain X Pucci quad, and while I do like the colors in there, it's the one with a white, purple, red, and black. It is a really, really good color quad. I like to use this as a companion kind of, but the quality compared to so many other more affordable eyeshadow palettes and quads in this high-end region, if we can speak about affordable in high-end, but you know, compared to Guerlain, I have much cheaper quads that are still high-end. This quad is quality-wise just not holding up with them, so I could understand if you say I go for the lipstick case. I would totally be at your side. But if you really tell me that you need this quad, I call a doctor for you. Moving on to a new Cheeryep release. This is the palette number 13, Fog Garden. This is the first time an all matte eyeshadow palette, and I'm not gonna lie, I am fucking excited for that. I love the matte eyeshadow formulation of Cheeryep. I love the shimmer formulation. Everything they do is just absolutely insanely gorgeous. And this palette, I I think, is the perfect one if you didn't pull the trigger on Blend Bunny's Longing, and if you didn't pull the trigger on ColourPop, the Twilight palette, because you have these foggy, kind of sad, kind of everything is with a blue filter on filmed vibes that with this palette, and then combined with maybe some single shimmers, some liquid eyeshadows that you have, will give the it will give such a good look. Here are some swatches of this. I am really stoked to have this because I very kindly get the scent in PR by Look Healthy store. It is already available, and if you want to cave in just from my description here and you trust my opinion that these quality-wise are just fucking bangers, then make sure you save 12% with my code ELLAGRAM. Thank you so much for everybody who uses this. You get the discount, I get a small commission, and I totally stand behind Cheeryep makeup. They just make such great products. Another spring release. These are some new shades. Not all of them are new. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new shades of the Dior Addict lip glow. I used to have one of these Dior Addict glows and I really liked it to a certain point, but then I decluttered it, and I'm pretty sure it was because it got a really weird smell or so, but I don't have it anymore, and to be honest, I don't even miss it at this point. So are these really something you should have? Not really, because these Dior Addict lip glows I think are a bit different than the Dior Addict lipsticks, because the lipsticks are opaque colors and have shine, while the lip glows, they are super sheer. And while these look quite nice and vibrant here in the stick format, when you swatch them, they will only leave a cast of color because they are just so sheer. So honestly, you don't need that. You have 1,000 sheer lipsticks. We have a new release from Glossier, and I don't know if they kind of can't read the calendar, but shadow sticks are so 2014, but it kind of makes sense for the brand. I don't know. They honestly do not look very appealing. I think the promo shots and the swatches, like specifically the swatches here of the dark bluish color, it looks super duper patchy. The shimmery ones, the first two, okay, they look quite nice, but honestly, who is using these sticks these days? Like, be honest, do you use them for quick makeup looks? Do you use them on a regular base? Is this something for you? Because I personally don't think that these sticks have a high chance of being something people would use in their daily lives. I much more see someone actually panning an Urban Decay Moondust shade who is really catered more towards these softer, no makeup looks. Because honestly, I would much rather use a Moondust single shade like a Space Cowboy and slap it on than do this. There was a day where I didn't want to wear a lot of makeup to work, like I work here as you can see, but I slept in. It was a weird day, so I just wanted to do mascara and then some shimmery eyeshadow, and I actually used the Patrick Ta We Need Better Lighting Dew, and I used that whitish shimmer all over the lid and all around the eye for a wet eyeshadow look and mascara, and I was good to go. But I would never consider using an eyeshadow stick for that. But maybe it's just me. Let me know your thoughts, of course. Too Faced now dropped the Lip Injection Extreme Plumping Clicks. So they do have their Lip Injection lip gloss, and now you have them also in the clickable format. Was this really necessary? I really do not think so, and I never used any of their lip injection things. And to be honest, I think Too Faced is just so late to the party with these, because I just grabbed mine and I thought it is Too Faced, but it's actually Tarte. This is my lip vinyl, and the Tarte Maracuja things, they also do have plumping ones. I think just Tarte missed the mark here a bit. Too Faced missed the mark here a bit. And honestly, that pink packaging is really not appealing to me. This just looks like kids makeup, so Too Faced, that was a fail in my opinion. I do admit though that the shades here they look pretty. Even the red, feeling spicy, looks really, really good. The nude underneath, Kiss the Bride, looks really nice too. But I just assume that either these will hurt as fuck or they won't do anything and just look like kids makeup. We have a first look into a new Tom Ford quad. This is the Tom Ford Soleil 2025 collection, and this is the Bronze Isle Eye Quad. Honestly, I feel like these very, very first releases early in the year, they do kind of help to predict the whole vibe of that year makeup wise. And we have Guerlain with warm poop colors. Now we have this warm eyeshadow quad from Tom Ford, and all I can hope here at this point is that the other brands don't follow. I think the times are done now. We do not want to have warm no makeup looks. We do not want to have washes of color. 2025 should be the year makeup is coming back. And I mean, it's Tom Ford, so what does Tom Ford say about upcoming trends? Maybe more than we think, maybe less than we think, I don't know. I personally am so not interested in this quad. I am still happy with the 3 Tom Ford quads that I own. Next up, we have a new release from Glaminatrix coming this Boxing Day, December 26th. These are the new cream blush and powder duo compacts. They basically are what the Patrick Ta blush duos are. You have a cream blush and you have a powder blush. What I really, really like is that I see that they are matched in tone, but if we look at the darkest duo here, they are completely different. So they are what I personally like to do. I like to play with cream and powdered blush, and I like to combine different colors, or I like to apply a super orange cream blush like Mango Daiquiri from Made by Mitchell, and then top it off with a cool pink blush. The mix, how they just work then together, how they layer, is just insanely cool. And I wish that Glaminatrix would have done this. At least we have one that is nearly in the same color family, but the colors are quite different. And the other two here in the picture are a nude duo and a very, very bright pink duo. Personally, I am just not interested in these because I just know that I will not use them the way they are. I personally just learned during the Patrick Ta duos and testing everything, I am just not a fan of having this mix of a powder and a cream in one compact. That has nothing to do with quality or anything. I just do not like the mix. It's not for me. That's just it. And last but not least, we have a new release from the same brand that did this cringe My Little Pony thing in summer, if you remember. Oh, it was so cringe. And this time they came out with a Spongebob collection. To be honest, I am very, very surprised that this is the brand that has the Spongebob deal, because I honestly assumed that Colourpop would get this because we have 25 years of SpongeBob. So of course makeup brands want to do like licensed collabs. I just hope that it is licensed. I couldn't find anything saying that it's not, to be honest. Is it a licensed collab? It says on some of the comments Nickelodeon trademark, so I assume this is a licensed collab. I think they try to do something that is just not really working. The sponges are cute with the faces there on top, yes. These single eyeshadows here that represent SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. I saw a video of swatches on the Beautycreations Instagram account and they just look so nothing. The lashes, okay, I understand the reference. I understand that they are like that. That's quite cute. We have lip oils, very basic. Then the eyeshadow palette, which let's call this the star of the collection. That is just not it. First of all, where's the purple coming from? I don't get that. Second of all, why is it like that? And the thing just is that with a lot of franchise makeup, with a lot of like inspired by a TV show, inspired by a movie, inspired by a Disney ride, whatever, when you try to get inspired by the colors of a show or anything, sometimes it's better to skip certain colors that maybe are very prominent in that show theme to create a cohesive palette. Because this palette, to me, very non-cohesive. Yes, you have a row of mattes that could these neutral mattes that maybe are like the sand or whatever, but then the colored row and then these super not matching shimmers to it. Honestly, the palette color story wise is a big fail to me. And that is it. Honestly, aside from the Cheeryep palette, I am very, very much safe. And I'm honest with you, the Cheeryep palette I also would have bought. So I just like the brand so much, and this super foggy color story speaks to me. I know it sounds weird because I always say that these dirty eyeshadow colors I do not like that much, but dirty blues, oh, right up my alleys. Dirty greens, not so much, but I can make them work. But this palette is definitely more like foggy waters, like foggy lakes or something. I just totally see the vibe, and I can't wait to try this and make a video. Let me please know, how do you want to see this palette in action? Do you want to have shorts? Do you want to have maybe a dedicated video on this with 3 looks or so? Because of the shipping time, honestly, I think I will not get this palette before Christmas. Definitely not. I assume it will arrive somewhat either the end of December between Christmas and New Year's Eve, or even in January, which would be totally fine because I have, for the beginning of January, already planned some filming for the upcoming videos in 2025. So let me please know down below how you want to see this palette in action. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out any of the videos. Thank you so much for all of you who are here and who are watching these. I also want to take the chance to say thank you to everybody who suggested in last week's video to change my thumbnails. I then did a post in the community tab asking you if you would like me to change them, and I did, and it immediately had an effort on this. It makes totally sense. I don't know why I thought having a universal thumbnail for everything in this series would make sense. I just thought it's a cute idea to say, okay, this is like one series. But honestly, I have the intro, I have the cute intro, so why the thumbnail too? I don't know what I thought. I mean, last year was the same and the views were also not very good. I should have known this, but now I'm much wiser and we're back with normal thumbnails. Thank you so much. As said, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out any of the ELLAMAS videos, and if you missed some of them because of the thumbnail, there's a playlist link down below so you can check them out. And if you're subscribed, watch out. Every single day for the rest of the month, there are still videos coming. Thank you so much, and I see you tomorrow.